What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dolo J back with another video. Today we had Denver Nuggets versus the Oklahoma City Thunder Game 7. OKC ended up picking up the victory 125-93. SGA, he had 35 points. J-Dub had 24 points. 5 rebounds, 7 assists. Chet poured in 13 points, 11 rebounds, another double-double for him. iHeart had 10 points, 7 rebounds, and Caruso had 11 points. But them 11 points wasn't all that my boy did. Jokic had 20 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 turnovers. I'm going to get back to that in a minute. Christian Braun had 19 points. Murray had 13 points. Gordon had 8 points, 11 rebounds. MPJ only had 6. All right, man. This ended up being an avalanche. Now, the first 12 minutes of this game, it really looked like we was really going to be in for an instant classic. Denver ended up leading after the first quarter 26-21. They ended up going up 11 points, I believe, at one point in the quarter, 21-10 to be exact. And Christian Braun just came out there and he was very aggressive. I think he had 7 of the first 11 points, and he was, hitting the 3 ball. It was some other times where he could have took some shots, but overall, I really like how he's been playing. He's really been, the Nuggets. You can arguably say he's been their third best player over the last 3-4 games, maybe even the entire series, honestly. And Porter Jr. and Gordon, man, them being as injured as they was. Of course, Porter Jr. has been dealing with the AC joint thing since the last years, but Aaron Gordon with the grade 2 strained hamstring, giving it a go, pulled it towards the end of the last game, I believe, with 2 minutes left. Had no explosive power, no lift for real. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't really move out there. And for him to grab 11 rebounds and score 8 points, you know what I'm saying, and play I believe 25 minutes. Hey man, big vote of respect to you. Big vote of respect to you. Michael Porter Jr. was 3 of 8 from the field, couldn't hit the 3. And like he said, I know he was in a lot of pain. Really couldn't hit no shots. Really didn't grab any rebounds. I think he only had 3 rebounds, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this is just a game where the Denver Nuggets, it was really nothing they could do. Jamal Murray was coming off the flu. He had the flu last game, so he's still dealing with the after effects of that. And Jokic was just getting swarmed, with the 5 turnovers, Denver really loves to run that, Jamal Murray, Jokic pick and roll. And, either Murray has the shot off that, or, if he gets double, it's Jokic right there, with a 4-on-3 advantage. But OKC did an amazing job this game of, blitzing, not blitzing, but, when Murray was trapped and they knew the ball was going to Jokic. I know Casey Wallace. Casey Wallace, he was really, really getting his hands in the passing lanes. I remember it was one steal, I believe, in the third quarter where he got on that exact same situation I was talking about. And OKC, their defense, man, it was really just their defense. To hold Jokic to only 3 points in the second half. He only took 9 shot attempts, 5 turnovers. And that was the thing they did in games. Well, really throughout, I ain't gonna say throughout the whole series, but I know for sure off the top of my memory, games 5, 6, and 7, Jokic was turning the ball over 3, 4, or 5 times a game, and they were just making it very uncomfortable for him. This game, it was Alex Caruso, you know what I'm saying? Just making it hard, tough, and then, help over top, and then the third guy would come down, and it was just Jokic couldn't do anything. He wasn't getting his normal offensive rebounds and his normal putback, stuff like that. And OKC, they was just swarming, but they have forced the most turnovers per game this season. That's what they hang their hat on. That's what they, you know what I'm saying? Of course, Shea's going to put the ball in the basket for him. J-Dub did have a great bounce-back game. Going 10-17 from the field after going 3 of 16 last game and still doing the things with the rebounding. He had 7 assists like I was talking about. And his defense, man, was not bad last game. He just couldn't hit shots. So him being back at home, the rest of the Thunder role players being back at home, like I said, the role players play better at home. That's just what it is. Now, you have certain cases where, you may have a role player or two or you might have a game where all your role players play well on the road. But for the most part, I'll say about good 65-70% of the time, your role players are going to play better at home. That's just what it is. But yeah, man. Denver Nuggets. I believe ultimately the pressure from OKC, the fact that most of their guys in their rotation, like their key pieces, MPJ and Gordon, they was just injured. Like they tried to go. Murray was sick. You know how it is when you're sick and you finally not necessarily get over it, but the after effects from it, after its intensity, basically. Because the last game I think he was throwing up on the sideline and stuff like that. So it's only been like what? Last game was what, Thursday? No, it was Friday. No, it was, I don't know. It was either Friday or Thursday. Whenever the last game was, between that and then, basically, you know what I'm saying? So you still have the effects from it. And I just found out this game, that last game, he had the flu. They just said he was sick or dealing with some illness or something. But, yeah, man. I just want to commend them boys. They fought hard. They gave it the best they could. But they just ran into a deeper team with fresh legs who was getting guys. I ain't gonna say getting guys in and out of there because a lot of their guys still play heavy minutes, but at the same time, it was rotating their guys, bro. They went like what? I think they went 8 deep before it started being a blowout for real, for real. But out of those 8 people, I believe Hartenstein was the only one who didn't record a steal. Like they were forcing turnovers, relentless. Like Jokic, he still had 9 rebounds, but we already know he averages about 14, 13, anywhere from 13 to 15 rebounds. He got close to his averages in assists, 7. I think he averages about 10, something like that. But I believe Game 6 was the first game where he had more than 6 assists. So the Thunder did a good job of really just like getting out to everybody else and stopping Jokic from the playmaking and, just making it tough on him and just swarming him. Because he was looking for them fouls. He would turn around and you know what I'm saying, like come on, like, you know what I'm saying, give me the foul. But at the same time, it was only so much you can do. So if I was them, right, and they said this on the broadcast, I don't know if it was Mike Breen or Richard Jefferson, but they have to find a way to get some depth, bro. Like, they have to have some guys you know what I'm saying, to alleviate the pressure off of Jokic and Murray. Jokic is going to carry you, you know what I'm saying? And Murray's going to do his thing, especially around the playoff time. But the last two playoffs, well, I ain't going to say the last 2 playoffs because he was cooking in round 1 against my Clippers. And that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. But at the same time, it's like you can't just rely on them 2 only. You know what I'm saying? Michael Porter Jr. I mean, Aaron Gordon has been a heck of a player this playoffs. Like, in my opinion, he might be the Nuggets' 3rd best player. He's probably taking that spot from MPJ, in my opinion. Just saying. Everybody might not agree with me. Some people going to have their takes and stuff like that. But I believe Aaron Gordon has, surpassed MPJ as the Nuggets' 3rd best player. So with that, I say that's your core. A lot of the season they were saying try and get Zach LaVine, use MPJ to try to get Zach LaVine. I don't know. It's been too many times where he just hasn't showed up when you needed him the most. So I don't know if you blame that on the AC joint. I don't know if it's a combination of him not showing up and the AC joint. I don't really know, but I believe your big 3. If the Nuggets, you know what I'm saying, every team, people love to throw the word big 3 out there, but if the Nuggets, if you were to say their big 3, it would be Aaron Gordon, Jokic, and Murray. That would just be it. That would just, you know what I'm saying? But Alex Caruso, I don't know. I might put something on the screen, but he definitely deserves the game ball for how tough he was making it on Jokic. Like I said, he also hit the first 3 of the game to break the ice. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. It's just amazing. Like, in basketball, this is what I love about basketball. Jokic probably I think Alex Caruso was about, 6'5". Jokic is 7 feet maybe? Yeah, probably 7 feet. The fact that Alex Caruso was like, I ain't even gonna say he was capping Jokic, but he was just making it so difficult for him, like, especially in that second half. OKC ended up starting him to start the second half instead of Hartenstein. Sometimes Hartenstein has those he gets into foul troubles, and he usually picked up his 2 or 3 fouls in the first half. It wasn't nothing really crazy, but them starting Alex Caruso on Jokic kind of just threw the Nuggets out for a whack, man, out for a loop. Like, they really couldn't get into it in that third quarter, like, because they was already down, like, 14 and a half, if I'm not mistaken. Like they was down, yeah, they was down 14 and a half. 46. It was 46 to 60. You know, and in the NBA playoffs, we seen where teams will blow 15-point leads, 20-point leads, but they just applied the pressure on them. Like starting Caruso in that second half really, really, really broke the game open. And then also, I think OKC had 39 points in that half. They were dominating in the paint regardless of who was out there too. That's another thing. Like it didn't matter if they had Chet out there, Hartenstein out there, both of them out there, or neither one of them out there. Like they were getting to the paint. Like they were getting to the paint, layups, dunks, and it was off defense, off missed shots. You know what I'm saying? They dribble drive. Like they were getting to the paint. Like I said, Shea had 35. He shot well from the field. I think he hit 3 threes this game, so you know Shea's feeling it when, you know what I'm saying? He got the 3-ball going like that, 3 or 4 from the 3-point line. And J-Dub, man, it just says something about a player, right? First year All-Star, second, third, I think it's his third year in the league. Yeah, it's his third year in the league. And to have a bounce back game, you shoot 3 of 16, you feel like you lost your team the game. You know what I'm saying? And you just feel you could just have that humongous weight crush you. And for him to step up, granted, I think OKC also coming back home and playing Game 7 at home was very, very helpful to them. And I think it really played a big factor because every time they did something, the crowd went crazy. They went crazy, man. They went crazy. But they move on to the next round to face the Timberwolves. Game 1 is Tuesday. So I'll probably have the prediction video coming out tomorrow or maybe later on tonight, depending on how I feel. But yeah, shout out to Denver. OKC moves on. I'll be seeing y'all either tomorrow or Tuesday with the prediction video. We also got the Pacers and the Knicks on Wednesday, so I'll be coming out with a prediction video, before Wednesday, and every night a game come on, either that night or the next day, it's gonna be a vid. So this has been your boy Dolo J. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of your Sunday. Do your best to try and make it until Tuesday until we have another game. There is the WNBA, so if you want to check that out, you can check that out. But until next time, man, peace.